First of all, he's saying the time is now. Everybody say now. Today, while it is still today. That's what he says in Hebrews. And you're warring for the next dimension of glory. And that is the dimension where you're going to get a key to your next harvest. I was speaking in Poland, I think it was, and they couldn't get the word dimension. And dimension means you got to go through and into a place you haven't been yet. Look at somebody and say, there's more out there for me. Now, and so what I want you to know, now take that 1 foot you step forward with and put it out again. See, there's an anointing of timing, and you just started it for the week ahead. And see, you're in this process of time, and some way or another, if you keep moving in the process, earth and heaven will align. And all of a sudden, when that happens, there's blessings coming down. Throw your hands up and say, I see it. It's already there. And it's the gates of heaven and the gates of earth that you're overtaking. The gates of hell shall not overtake you. And so you have to always focus on advancing. Even if you're having to go back and deal with something in your past, you are not going back, you're walking into it. Now, I want you to remember that. You're walking into the restoration of something that happened in another time frame. And so, this is very inherent for you to understand the Issachar anointing that we have access to. And so, once you're learning the significance of that, you're beginning to have revelation every step you take. Now, let's do this. Stand up. Now, put that 1 foot out again. Now, pull the other one up with it. Now, put the other one out again. Say, look how far I've already made it. Listen to me. You may be seated. And so, in this era of war, you have to remember, I'm not stopping in this era. Now, there is an end that you come to in your walk. And then that end is your beginning. And so it's very important that we recognize it, and especially this year because we're halfway there. Now look at somebody and say, you've already made it halfway, don't go back. And the issue is, this year we start going up in a new way. Look at somebody and say, Romania, the guy James trained in Romania did a song, and in it, it was 3 words, up, up, up. Tell somebody, up, up, up. And so we're pressing toward time shifting. That's what the Feast of Tabernacles is about. It's a celebration of 7 days where you are required not to grieve. Look at somebody and say, that is so difficult. Doesn't matter what you've gone through. You're required to resist grief and celebrate because your time's changing. And where we're going into is from halfway high places to stake our claim on the boundaries of our promise. That means once you stake your claim, think of Hiroshima, where you saw them put that flag down. See, once you stake your claim, you have to say, wait a minute, my future is in God's hands. And whatever's going to try to put their hand in my boundaries, that hand is not going to be able to take from me. Now, and so this is what the Lord kept saying to me yesterday and this morning. There is a day of the Lord. See, a lot of people don't understand that phrase, and they don't understand that every step they're taking is toward the day of the Lord. But a lot of people do not recognize that day. They don't see the day of the Lord manifesting. And one of the reasons I believe God revealed first fruits to me when I was 18 and said, if you would always give me your first fruits, is because if I would always give him my first fruits, which I have done since I was 18, that I would recognize the day of the Lord. I would recognize what was approaching. I would recognize what was manifesting. See, a lot of people walk daily without the recognition of what's manifesting around them. Now, what's the day of the Lord? The day of the Lord is a visitation. That means some way on your path, you're going to get visited. It's also a moment. When you look at it in Greek and Hebrew. And it's a moment where your faithful worship all of a sudden got exalted. Just like Abraham, when after Abraham had been tested all that time, he told Abraham, now come up to this mountain Moriah. And when you come up there, worship me. Now, if Abraham had not gone through the testings that he had gone through and learned to worship through those testings, he would have been in the mess, a mess in the day of the Lord. Because, see, God, in this point of worship with Abraham, God was going to come down. And he was going to reveal himself as the one who will cause him to see his provision. Then Abraham could hear his provision. Then God not only prophesied the next step to him, but prophesied the next step to the generations that were aligned with him. The day of the Lord is an outpouring that is going to, and Kiwi prophesied it today, it's going to go beyond your expectation. You're going to have to determine this week if your expectations are stopping the Lord's movement. If your actions that are linked with your expectation, where you're leaning on your own understanding, is really stopping the Lord from manifesting, no matter how good they are. See, when the Lord revealed first fruits from me, the first thing he said to me before he revealed first fruits was, lean not on your own understanding. He knew I was smart. He knew how my mind worked. And the Lord said, lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge me. I will direct your path. And if you'll give me your first fruits, those barns of yours that are empty will fill up. Those nerves of yours, through all the trauma that your family has gone through the last 10 years, will heal. That's all right there in Proverbs 3. And then he said to me, I can restore all you have lost. But I had to recognize there was a day. And it began with that day. And some way or another, I was going to have to enter in to that day before I could see the full manifestation of what he had said.